In this section of video, I will discuss about choosing the best regression variable. So maybe might be when I'm showing here, sorry, head of core 93 data is there. Okay, so if you want to see this thing, there is so many data frames there. So which of the data frame is good for your model and which are not, you can remove. So take the decision is quite very serious. To do these things, you can do with the R with the very simple form. Let's follow my video just. So suppose I'm taking my this model before. Okay, so this is the linear regression model I discussed and told these things previously that it is a linear model. It is taking the response variable and those are the input variable, and it is the intercept term interactions term that I'm making two of the data framed and very significant for or very important to make an predictions. So it is called interaction term. So with the three interactions term, actually the data frames, or you can say input variable, I'm making a model to with the data of attitude. So you build a model. Okay, fine, all right, and data model is saving m. Now if you want to see the summary, if you see the summary of m, so you'll get something here like this. So your f statistics score is not good, so I think the model is not good. Why? Because see this things you can understand here, the complaints this model is this values is so less. Okay, the probability of this thing is so less. So let's see which of the data frame we will consider for a model. To do this thing, there is some procedure called selection, data variable selections. How to do this thing? To do that thing, there is a procedure of two way. One thing is called stepwise forward selection. Another is backward selection. What is for forward selection method and another is backward selection method? Okay, so what does it mean this forward selection method? So forward selection method will take the first data frame first. After that it will compute on your data model that it have significant on the model or not. If it is not, then it will go for the second. If it is significant, then it will consider and it will go for the second one. Suppose the second data frame is not so important, so it will be excluded. After that it will go for third data frame, and if it is found that third data frame is important, then it will consider. So whatever I told, that first data frame, if it is found as significant, so it will consider. Second data frame found, if it is not so good, I mean not so significant, so it will exclude it. And third data frame will consider if it is, if it has a significance. Like this here it will work. What is the backward selection means? So it will consider all the data frame. After that it will count in the reverse way, that the first this data frame is or any other data frame is less significant, so it will be excluded. After that, in the second iterations, it will be go for the second data frame, and which data frame is less significant, it will be excluded from there. Like this way the backward selections method is work on that. So to do this thing, so let's follow the procedure. So we already make the model. Now we'll do reduce model. Suppose I'm using the backward selection model, so reduce model I given the name. So in the reduce model you should have to call the step function. Sorry, step function you will call. After that you will call the model, then you will call the directions is like backward. If you call this model, you can see which of the data things is important or not. To see this thing, call the rm function rm, because it will give. See, my two thing is very important right here, and the final result it is given in backward solutions model, that intercept and complaints. This two thing is very important. Neither privilege and complaint and privilege is not so important. It is shown um, in the backward selection process. Suppose you want to do the next process, suppose the same selection, so sorry, I'm mentioned backward model if you want to make. So So step M, then you should have to track this thing, the direction, which direction. Suppose you should have to call this thing like forward, and you should have to include one more thing. So this is called trace 0. It means that forward selections will start from the 0, after that it will go one by one. So done this model, it is successfully done, and see the BM what it makes. So BM makes that this is the thing. Intercept is -7 point, and this one is minus. So those of the values are negative, so we can exclude this thing in the model. So that actually the complaints have a great contribution on our model 1.14. So it is the great significant for our model and followed by privilege. So by this thing we can consider which of the data frame is so important in our data sets, by which we can make the model for predictions. So in the future video, we'll go for subset of your data, how you use, and the, expression, any of the expression, how you'll use inside the data. And it's a very simple. I will to not make this video so long, so I will go forward to this video. So let's follow how to select the subset from your data and how to use an expression on your linear regressions model. Thank you. Have a nice day.